So as we have covered health and nutrition exercise part, I just wanted to move on to a really main part of the life, like mental and emotional health. That is far more important than all of this which we have spoken. So please.
Um, I want to start off saying that I'm definitely not an expert on mental and emotional health, but I'll tell you this much that all the mental and emotional disturbances occur because I found it's my experience. I found that it happens because of one of the two things, one of the three things. One is because of your sangha. Sangha is the people you are surrounded with. Okay, you know how people say that based on your friends I can tell who you are. It's not, you're not very far from it, generally speaking. I'm not saying it's true all across. Generally, if your sangha is a certain kind, you will develop that kind of mentality and everything. And typically what happens is, if that is not suiting you at some point, you'll go into depression or this or that, right? Because you don't know how to handle the pressure, right? It could be your family also, right? And the second thing is, when you really don't know what purpose you have in life, right? So a lot of people, what happens is when you're born, you'll be like, your parents will tell you have to study till 10th, and then they'll say you have to do 12th next, and then you have to do some degree, and then they say you'll have to do a job. Once you get to the job, you'll be like, oh shit, what have I done all my life, right? All my life I was just like, I know what is happening next. Now I don't know what is happening next. What is the next after job? Some people say you can have family and do the same thing, but a lot of people are like, no, there must be something more than this in life, because you just followed a template that society set. So you'll go through some sort of a mental disturbance in life. That's the second thing. And the third thing is, so first is lack of proper sangha. Second is lack of purpose. And the third thing is, maybe it's possible that not every human being is born with the same mental and emotional capacity. Correct? And some people definitely, like, my body is very fragile from birth, genetically speaking. So I never competed in sports like my classmates did when I was growing up, and that's okay. And some people are born with low mental and emotional capacity. That means their ability to handle mental disturbances is very weak, naturally, and they need a lot more support than normal people. Correct? So this is the third reason. This is generally what I found across. Everything else is an offshoot of this. Okay, like it may have started from here, it will go somewhere, it becomes more complicated, and all of a sudden you'll end up at a therapist, right? Psychotherapist or somebody like that, and then you'll be wondering what to do, and typically they'll give you some medicine, and that's where the downfall begins. It gets worse and worse and worse, because either you get addicted to that medicine, right? That means without that medicine you'll never have a stable life, or that medicine will make you go into this what do you call that, chain reaction of adding more and more medicines to the list. Because of this medicine you have this side effect, you add one more medicine to cover that side effect. That's, like that. And you are never improving your mental capacity, and you're slowly steadily you'll destroy those neurons that are connecting your brain to rest of the body. They'll go dumb or numb, sorry, not dumb, numb, because you're not using them anymore. The chemical is like doing all the work, right? It's like, you can look at it, think of it as muscle also, right? If you don't use a muscle for too often, it will go numb. Same thing will happen. So yeah, you become incapable at some point to do basic things also. So how to come out of this infinite loop? Right? It's just the beginning. Once you get into it, it's an infinite loop. It'll just suck you in. So if you know that it's a problem with the purpose, you focus on understanding what your purpose is, right? You don't care about what others or society or anybody else is thinking. You really have to dig deep within yourself to clearly understand what is your purpose. It could be small, big, ugly, good, doesn't matter. You go with it, right? that will build some fire within you, and we have different kinds of fire in the system, right? So slowly, that fire for the purpose will build something called Chittagni, your consciousness fire. When that develops, all the mental and emotional health issues will disappear, like that. Okay, the Chittagni is that powerful. So that is one way. Sangha. So when you are surrounded by people who are continuously creating drama for you, you're not in the right Sangha. Simple. Drama is needed just for entertainment. But if drama becomes your life, you please find a new Sangha. Not the right kind. Maybe you might be saying, oh, these are the people I grew up with. Yeah, you grew up with them. Now you're a different person. Right? Find a new Sangha. I'm not saying you should not hang out with them. Spend more time with other people who have similar interests with you. And the third part, when you really have a weak mental system that you're born with like that, then again I'm probably repeating like a broken record. Yoga is the only way. There's no other way. Yoga is the only way that can improve the human capacity in every way, from physical, mental, emotional, and energy states. There is no other mechanism, or so there's no other way or tool out there that can help you that way.
So purpose is the thing which you said that will take away all the most of the things, mental or emotional issues. So yeah, as I know, I have been to many places, met many people. And most of the audience, public are will also be aware of that. Majority of the people doesn't have a proper purpose. I guess I feel like this. Only few people, very few people have that. They know and they have the clarity of what they want to do in life. But majority of them doesn't know what to do in life. So maybe just by knowing or getting the clarity of what to do in life, this mental and emotional clarity and health will be also really fine. So how to get to know that?
So your health is a result of not just your physical fitness, not just your food intake, but the biggest part of your health will depend on your mental and emotional strength, ability, capability, and how well you're doing. The mental health is a big aspect of your health. So, from what you're saying, if you don't have a strong purpose, and most of them don't have a purpose at all, forget about strong purpose, which is fine. I'm not against anybody having or not having, but if you desire to have a strong purpose, if you desire to do well in life and develop certain strong purpose, then you really have to look within yourself first to see, okay, before you do all of that, just within yourself, see, am I just doing like what everybody else in society is doing? If you are, then you don't have a purpose in life. Okay, you're simply eating, sleeping, copulating, and waking up next morning. Again, I have no problem with that if you are comfortable with it. But if you are the kind that want to do something more than that, right? Again, see, that's why I'm saying purpose is not for everybody. It's for that person who is struggling within himself from looking at the day-to-day routines of everybody, like, sleeping, right? The sleeping, eating, copulating part, that there should be more to life than this. If you're that kind of person, you should come out of this cycle. Absolutely, you should come out of this cycle. And you should develop your purpose, and you will develop your purpose. The moment you realize this is not what you want, correct? It's a realization.
Yeah.
If you don't realize it, then you don't need to think about purpose and everything. Just copulating and sleeping and eating and having children, raising them, that is your purpose. That's fine. No problem with that.
Okay.
Because it depends on your capacity, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, how do we develop this? Does yoga gives an answer,
Yeah.
or is there a proper way to establish this?
So yoga helped me a lot, and a lot of guidance from different gurus will help you. For me, my guru helped me a lot. I think immensely for my purpose. We started this purpose program for a few people also who are struggling to find their purpose. We're running the second batch right now, and we're halfway through already. And it's helping people a lot to kind of understand what purpose is and how to. And we don't tell them what it is.
Okay.
You will develop it yourself. That's how the program is structured. You have to spend half an hour to 40 minutes every day. It's online offering.
Okay.
Right? So you spend half an hour to 40 minutes for yourself, for your future. It's a 40-day program, every day for 40 days, and you will know your purpose. It's that simple. But it requires 40 days of commitment.
Yeah. Okay.
And that is only if you feel whatever the regular routine is like too boring for you that you want to.
If we want to, if we feel like we need to do something different.
Correct. If you feel like you want to do something different. Yeah.
Purpose is for everyone.
Purpose is not for everybody, number one. Correct? For a lot of people, just living their day-to-day life itself is purpose.
But they don't see it as purpose. No?
That's why it doesn't matter. They're already in their purpose that they don't see it. Okay? Because they realize that their life is this much only. They don't want to grow out of the basic way of human life is what they're living, and they feel that is it for them, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. That in itself is a purpose. Yeah, because remember in the first batch, Vanaka was saying after the first thing is done, she was like, she's a homemaker, and she's a stay-at-home mom, right? She's like housewife, right? She graduated, she had a good job. After they had children, she had to quit the job, and she was raising them. And every day, very often she goes through this psychological thing where she's like, I studied so much, I did so much, and it's not fulfilling for me to do this. And then when she went through the purpose workshop, she was sharing that I did not realize that being taking care of my children at home is such a big thing. She's doing everything properly only, but she's thinking it's not a big thing. But it's a very big thing in itself.
Of course, it's total.
It's a very big thing to take care of two children and raising them, being there all the time, right? Father is not there all the time, right? Because he has to go to job or whatever. But she has to be there at all times. She has to wake up early. She has to sleep late. So many things. She shared this long message in the group that this workshop really made me understand that I don't need another purpose. This is big enough for me. Correct? All this while she was thinking she needed a bigger purpose or something like that, but this is too big for her. She just didn't realize it. That's what I'm saying. Not everybody needs a purpose. And sometimes people are already in the purpose, they're not realizing it. Even for them, they don't need to know purpose because they're already in it. Like that.
They don't even think about it. So
They don't
it's
even
not
think
needed.
about it. They're living their purposeful life.